Today we're looking at another classic Nike model that is over 20 years now. Hey guys, welcome back to a Kicks Reasons channel, and today we're looking at the Nike Air Kukini. And this is a model that came out in the late 90s, 1999 to 2000. And at the time, these came under the Nike's Alpha project. And that sneaker had a lot of following back in the day. I still remember seeing them on Nike.com at the time and downloading all the images of the shoe because there were so many different beautiful colorways that they were releasing, and this one looked very futuristic and nothing like anything else on the market at the time. Now, about a month ago when I went to the Nike factory store, I saw this one black and gold pair sitting over there, discounted for around $60, and I immediately snatched the one because I was always curious to check them out. I never had the original pair. Like I mentioned, I've only seen them online, not even in person, but the concept of not having laces has always been very mesmerizing to me, of course, coming from the Instapump Fury back in the day. But this one showed a lot of things that I was really interested to see and see how everything comes together. Now, of course, back in the day, this shoe released for $89. Right now, the retail price is $125, significantly bumped up, but we know how Nike is. And not only that, but not even the technology that this shoe presented back in the day is still here. Back in the day, we had the BRS 1000 outsole, which was a carbon rubber based outsole with Duralon in the forefoot. This one had a full length Phylon midsole. I'm not sure if this is Phylon now with some other compound. They're not advertising it at all on the website. And of course, back in the day, we had the visible air unit, which now we have. But again, it's not the same as back in the 90s. I'm not sure why this specific colorway ended up in the Nike factory stores. I have a slight suspicion because some of the paint job, you guys want to see them on the close-ups, especially the one around the air unit and kind of a midsole, looks very sloppy. And to be honest with you, probably a 3 or 4 year old could have done a better job of painting because we have a lot of missed brushes, and it looks like somebody actually made it manually for some reason. I'm not sure what kind of factory and what they're trying to achieve here, but it doesn't look like it is product made by Nike, but more like a product made by Nike wannabe like a company. But anyway, I think for $65 still, I wanted to grab a pair for the reasons I mentioned. I was always curious to see how this model looks and how it feels. And of course, back in the day, it was marketed as a performance runner. Now it's just a casual wear. And for casual, I think this one is excellent because of the lack of laces. You can just slip them on and off you go. And still a lot of people will be wondering, is this shoe new? Or what kind of model it is, or how long it's been out there, or you're gonna be getting a lot of questions from people that are not into sneakers just because how wild this one looks. And this whole thing about the plastic or more like a hard rubber cage that goes over the neoprene-like upper, it's excellent because it retains your foot in place without the need of laces. One of the negatives here is obviously if you've seen some of the original pairs, this material ages badly, and probably in 10 years, a little over that, this is gonna harden and it's gonna crack. But the good news here is even if you take this whole thing off, cut it off, completely remove it, you're still gonna have kind of a slip-on that you can still wear. Because of the midsole, again, it's not polyurethane, it's not gonna crack and crumble, but you know, the air unit is not gonna stay there forever. So you're having about 12, 13, 14 years good before this unit starts fogging out and getting completely disintegrated. Now, if you look at the insole, this is probably one of the insoles that I have not seen from Nike for quite some time. And I'm not sure when was the last time I've seen it, but we're talking about fully perforated insole that is very, very soft. It's kind of a polylite material similar to the Reebok Athletics that I was talking about before. With again, good ventilation because of the perforations, and at the same time is very well sculptured around your foot. So the comfort here is very good actually. I went through the size with these, and my true size fits me perfectly well. Currently they're discounted on Nike.com for around, I think, $75. Some colorways $85 or something like that. But don't pay full retail, you know me, just wait a little bit. The following and the hype around these shoes is not that big. And it shouldn't be because, well, it shouldn't be around any shoe, but that's my opinion. Anyway, but wait a little bit, grab them on discount if you just wanna have a nice looking, futuristic looking, and very comfortable, very light as well, everyday shoe that you can just slip on and run around with it. These are definitely a prime candidate. I've always liked the model, like I mentioned. You can even see the 5 dots on the lateral side for the Alpha project. And under the Alpha project back in the day, Nike released a lot of beautiful jams that some of them have seen re-release and retro, and some of them have not at all. The outsole is really nice as well, again with the Volt and the Nike swoosh in the middle, and the whole cage on top looks like it's extending to the bottom throughout the outsole, but it's not. It just finishes kind of like where the midsole and the outsole are meeting each other. These are produced in July of 2022, but they're still on sale currently on Nike in this specific colorway as well. And they're releasing some of the classic original colorways, plus some new Color Plus versions. One of the other things that I really like about this shoe back in the day was the minimalistic branding. We have only one tiny swoosh right in the front where the tone's supposed to be, where the pull tab is currently. There's no tone, of course, because it's all one piece. Nothing on the back, nothing on the medial, lateral side, none of that stuff. And then another branding is the swoosh on the bottom. So a lot of people, like I mentioned back in the day, were just wondering, hey, what kind of shoe is this? Without, from a distance, not seeing that little swoosh, you will be definitely wondering. And you'll be surprised when you see Nike, because honestly, at the time, they were more conservative and they were making shoes that were not that wild and crazy like this one. But I'm glad that they released this one in its glory. I really like the Volt colorway. The padding on the heel is significant. The insole is great. And I think for the price, like I said, $65, $70, I think these are outstanding. And I'm probably gonna chase and grab a couple other colorways that I have my eyes on, especially those original ones, because how much I wanted this shoe back in the day. And even the retro is not as good as the original one. I still think they look pretty nice, and they're very comfortable and unique on its own. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video, stay tuned to the channel, subscribe if you're new. There are a lot more videos coming very, very soon. I have more and more pairs arriving daily to show you. And as always, guys, you have a wonderful day.